Hello Pokemon fans, welcome to a different type of video. I've always thought it was very interesting finding out what video games people are into, especially if I haven't played them, and especially if that person is really into one type of video game. For example, a Pokemon YouTuber might be really into Legend of Zelda or Minecraft or Call of Duty. Everyone has their own tastes and opinions, so today I want to share with you some of my favorite non-Pokemon games. I don't really want to rank them since there are going to be so many, so I'll just talk to you about a few of them in no particular order. I'm going to group them into categories and briefly explain why I like them, but I'll keep it short for time's sake. Hopefully you find this video interesting, and if you do, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to become a member of the Danger Sub Squad. If you're interested in making suggestions for newer videos, join the Discord server and follow me on Twitter. Links will be in the description below. Without further ado, let's go. The first genre of games that I think about are fighting games, and I love some fighting games. The most recent fighting game I've fallen in love with is Tekken 7. Although I haven't been playing as frequently as I used to when it first came out, I really do love the game. And even though it's a newer game, it fits perfectly among my favorite games in the fighting genre. The guest characters are awesome and the mechanics are challenging, combos are rewarding and very satisfying, and it's simply a very good game that everyone should play. Although it's not your traditional fighting game, Ultimate Muscle Legends vs. New Generations is definitely a contender for top 10 favorite games of all time, mostly because of the memories attached to it. I used to watch the show when I was younger, and when it came out on GameCube, I bought it immediately. Since you can fight on the same team, my friend Alex and I used to play for hours together, trying to come up with the most epic team finishers and the most ridiculous custom characters. No joke, I would delete my save file and start all over, just so I could play through the story and unlock all the wrestlers again. This game was so fun, and I wish more people knew about it because it is very dear to my heart. As a bonus addition to the fighting game genre, I'll throw in games like Capcom vs. SNK 1 and 2, its counterpart SVC Chaos, Street Fighter X Tekken, Smash, and Mugen. I really love crossover fighting games, what can I say? Survival horror games are so much fun to me because of the stress and the challenge. Let's talk about Onimusha. Honestly, the whole series, not you, is really good, and I strongly encourage everyone to give it a try. It's made by Capcom, and it shares the old Resident Evil style tank controls and dark, scary vibe, but it's set in feudal Japan. And that, for me, made the game even more interesting than the RE series, you know, 'cause I'm a weeb and all. Anyways, this is for sure another game that could be added to the list of games that I would regularly start completely over from scratch. The story is interesting, the motion capture is great, the combat is stressful, and the puzzles are hard. Definitely a top tier pick for people who want a challenging horror game featuring samurai pandas. Resident Evil 4, aka the best Resident Evil game, is up there with my top 10 favorites of all time. Great graphics, controls, great storyline, and it has enough remasters for you to play it on almost any console. So I'll just throw that one in there, I guess. I can't mention any of these titles without mentioning the others, so I'll just sort of lump them all together as one sort of loot game. Diablo, Borderlands, and Destiny. While it may seem random, all these games share the same kill stuff and get randomized loot system that I fell in love with, starting with Diablo 2, then Borderlands, then Destiny. Unfortunately, now Diablo 3 is just old and outdated to me. The later Borderlands games somehow got worse, and Destiny 2 made me so mad that I just quit it altogether. However, I could not stop myself from repeatedly going back to these games, and I've even purchased them multiple times across multiple platforms. It's really because I like killing stuff for randomized loot and powering myself up only to go back and do it again. And for that reason, this trio of series is definitely on my mind when I think of all-time most fun experiences. I was playing Diablo 3 when the real money auction house was a thing. Borderlands made me laugh until I cried, and Destiny carried me through some pretty rough times in my life. So even though I'm not into them now, they've definitely earned their way into this video for sure. Monster Hunter World also qualifies in this category for me, although I've only played World and not the other games, so we'll just tack that one on at the end. In the RPG category, Final Fantasy VII, 10, 10-2, and Tactics Advance are where it's at, dude. The original 7 being one of the greatest games of all time, 10 with its fun and bright design, 10-2 with all of its wackiness, and Tactics Advance being the first tactics game I ever played. These games all scratch my RPG itch, although I probably should go to the doctor about that. I won't go on too long about these games because I wouldn't say anything you haven't heard already. You get it. Turn-based combat, summons, and a god boss at the end. It's JRPGs, dude. Anyway, that about does it. I like to try out new games here and there, and sometimes I get really into one for a while, but these games will always be near and dear to my heart, whether it be for sentimental reasons or just because the game is so stinking good. Anyways, you guys have been great. I've been the Danger Moss, and I'll see you next time. Bye!